believe that.
One time, boy, baby, we checking in, man. Big shout out to grindmedia. They always grind, you know what I'm saying? Stay on your grind till you shine. Grindmedia, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you, what role you think you played and influenced the culture of the music of Atlanta?
Well, you know, me personally, you know, it's like, it don't take what they say. It take a family, it take a village to raise a child, you know what I'm saying? So, as far as with this Atlanta shit, you know what I'm saying? I just put a little bit of sauce, you know what I mean, just to get it started, you know what I mean? I feel like my role is a small percentage of what, you know what I mean, what we have done as a whole to build this city, you know what I mean? I feel like that it's going in a great direction. If we keep moving forward, we just stick together, you know what I mean, we're gonna always prevail.
So let me ask you, y'all was doing the independent game, so how hard was it back then for y'all as a label to compete with the majors on an independent label, but, you know, versus the majors, like?
Well, actually, it wasn't hard because with the music at that time, music, you know, it sells itself even to this day. You know, that's what's going on right now. You can do one thing right now and go viral. So, you know, with the independent, it was like we basically made an avenue for you know, we basically made a market for the people to come and get it, because it was like the majors weren't playing it, the radios weren't playing it, but you know, the streets was playing it. They was hearing stuff on the club, so it was like we basically made the market, made the avenue to where people could come get the music. So that's how I feel like we killed on that level, because it's like with all the independent, it's a lot of independent music even to this day that a lot of people don't even know about. You know what I mean? That's going crazy. So, you know what I mean? You know, we've been doing it for a long time, and you know, like they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. So we ain't trying to do that. We just trying to put out, you know what I'm saying, help the people that, you know what I'm saying, that's happy, you know, with the major, you know, they can't get the major club, but you know, it don't always take that, because with music, you know what I'm saying, it sells itself. If you put out a good song, you ain't gotta worry about it. The major's gonna be calling you.
So for the people that's out there, you just one that might not know, has been sleeping up on the rock, what was the first label that you were signed with? And who was some artists on it?
The first label I was signed with was Sony. My first deal with Sony was me, Bone Crusher. And then the second deal I got was with Koch. That was me and DJ Unk. We did that record, you know, Hit the Dance Flow. You know, my record through with Eastside, Westside, about money. They still going crazy on my thing. Alright, big dog. Hey, appreciate that, homie. Yeah, so, you know, man, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, the music industry, it is what it is. It's a music business. It's 95% business and 5% fun. So when you get in that thing, you know what I'm saying, make sure you know what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying? Learn the business before you get into the fun.
Look, and then of course, the song that you came out, Eastside, Westside, how did that come about?
Well, actually, you know, I'm originally born and raised in Decatur, you know what I mean? So that happened, like, you know, before the internet, before, before it was a lot what was going on now. So the only way you could represent where you was from what side you was from. You know, it wasn't, you know, like it wasn't too many gangs out here. It was just like, I'm from the east side, I'm from the west side, or I'm from the south side, or I'm from the north side. So that was just a way for us to express ourselves. So we used to go down to, like, you know, like Pavilion, you know, stuff like that. And then, like, we all from the west side. I mean, we all from the east side. And then my boy Lil C, he from the west side. So we was all east side. He like, nah, west side. So that's how that shit kind of came about. So we go to the club and everybody say east side, holding right now, west side. So you got east side, west side, battling. But we like, you know what, man, we need to make that to a song. Cause I'm from the east side, you know, I'm born and raised. You from the west side, born and raised. So why not let's just make a song? So basically, the song came from the energy of the club. Like, you know what I mean? Going to the club, seeing what was going on, the people were vibing. You know, we were representing, they were representing, and it just came about just like that. And actually, we didn't know it was gonna be as big and put a stamp in history like it is right now. Like we didn't know it was gonna be like that big. We was kids just having fun trying to just, represent where we was from.
So let me ask you, if there was one song that could represent that song, what would it be? One dance that could represent that song, what would it be? That was always, that people did every time that song came on.
Well, back then they wasn't dancing. They was jumping around doing like the mosh pit, crowd surfing. It was the crunk era, so it wasn't too many dances going on. It was like when Eastside, Westside came on, they started banning that song. It was like in the same realm as Tear the Club Up, and they was banning that record. Like you play any record, but just don't play this record because they would tear it up. So it wasn't no dance to it. It was just that was just more of the energy that we were as kids, just happy to be from where we was from. So we projected that energy out. It was like that's all it was. So it wasn't never dance. It was just pure energy. That's all it was. I don't know how you do the energy dance. I guess you could say it was pure energy, dog.
It was one move I used to see people used to do all the time, the eastside stomp.
Oh, the eastside stomp. That's all stomp that shit.
How did that come about?
That's like a whole nother dance. That was like like me. A lot of people they might see me. They don't know what's going on, but I originated a lot of stuff that you see from Atlanta. So I ain't trying to get my flower while I'm here. I still got a lot more to go. But at the end of the day, that east side stomp, it started right here in the east side. Right there in the warehouse, right down there. Me and Lil C, we was like, just trying to think of something for them. Just for the, east side, west side had already went crazy. So we was trying to come back with something like after that. So we decided to come with a dance, we stomp that shit. The east side stomp, A-Town stomp, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? But we created that shit. It just all came from the club vibe, because it's like when you get your best ideas, it's like it's not no plan, and it come from a feeling. Because music is based on a feeling. So even like the ATL, Hope, East Side, West Side, Do It, A-Town Stomp, Intoxicated, Walking, all that shit, look, if you walk, all that shit came from a feeling in the club, and how a person was feeling at that time when we was young and chilling. So, that's all I can say. Like how the kids, nowadays they coming up with all these dances and shit. They just listening to the lyrics and they just doing basically what the lyrics say. So it's like, it's like music. Our job as an artist, we just come up with the idea, put it out, and just let the fans and let the crowd and let the music move the people, and they come up with all the other shit, dances and everything. So it's like, I don't know how it was created, but I know it was created with a lot of love and a lot of goddamn passion for the city.
Now let me ask you tonight. Now, how did it feel seeing so many people from, just so many good legends, Atlanta, some good people from the city, seeing everybody in one spot.
But one thing about it, another person asked me that, and I told them, they asked me like, what was the best part of your night? I said the best part of my night was just to see everybody still relevant, everybody still moving around our music, because at the time that we was doing music, it wasn't no internet, it wasn't none of this was going on, it wasn't easy. So we, for us, all these artists that you seen tonight to pave the way, for the up and coming artists. Like I said, we just a grain of salt, so we just a grain of salt in the legacy that we building for Atlanta history and Atlanta music. We like the new Motown, we like the new this, we now we taking over the movies. It all started from, just like a few people, just still ATL, when they was like, oh, now y'all country, y'all just know, we our city got a lot more to say than what y'all think. And now that they listening, they see it, So all these artists, I'm glad they, did their thing tonight, and I was just happy to see everybody, just rocking smiles on their face, put that thing, that shit was all the same. I don't know if you got some footage, but that shit was all good.
Hey man, I appreciate it, baby.
Hey man, I
I ain't gonna
appreciate
hold
you,
you up, man. I
anytime,
appreciate
man. You know what I'm saying? Come to my mansion for it, man. We gonna turn up, man. But the end of the summer, man, you know what I'm saying? 17, 18, bro. You know, you welcome, man. Bring all the media, you know what I'm saying? Bring everybody. I know y'all be grinding, so you know what I'm saying? It ain't about no goddamn media. You ain't grinding, you ain't with grind media. You feel me?
I appreciate that, baby. Dude. You blessed out here, man.
All right, boss.